Hello everybody, and what we're going to talk about today is how to burn ancestor money. And believe it or not, it's multiple ways to burn ancestor money. And what I'll be using today, instead of using my actual ancestor money to burn as a demonstration, I cut out a piece of, newspapers as, just a demonstration. Because the ancestor money I have, I'm going to show you guys all that stuff of why. I'm going to do the protocol on here, but I have already blessed my ancestor money and have put it up and everything. So I don't really want to play with that because that's the stuff that I use. So speaking on blessing ancestor money. So the first thing that we'll talk about is if you should bless your ancestor money before you actually burn it, or should you just burn it? And one of the suggestions that I do have is it's better for me, what I've seen, and it depends on how your ancestors communicate with you to their wants and their needs and their desires, and how quickly you actually see responses from them. How fast do they actually help you with those situations after you do your protocol and your own process? If it works for you, fine, that's great. I'm just here to give you extra, additional tips for those that find it hard to actually see manifestations quicker than what they would like. They want it faster. And this is just some of the things, the tips and tricks that my spiritual team have advised me to come here today and just show you guys a little bit. So one of the things that I do is actually bless my my ancestor money. One of the methods as far as blessing, I use the lunar moons, the lunar moon cycles. I commune with those gods, those deities as well as the ones from my bloodline, the ancestors from my bloodline. Depending on different days, weeks, months, all that stuff. I have a whole protocol. But some of the things that we're going to get into it today, because this is like part one, is how to bless it. How would you bless your ancestor money? One of the ways that you could bless it, depending on who you giving the request to. Who are you burning your ancestor money to? You can use, like, sometimes I use different. I got a plethora of essential oils, perfumes, colognes, depending on if it's a male deity or god, or a male ancestor that, I commune with. So I use that. I do things like that. But today I'm going to use it as an example as far as the essential oil. So what I do is I'll take it. And remember, you guys, this is one of the keys that I use through the whole process. Kind of say your affirmation, what you wish, what you desire. If you know a name of the ancestor, then you can say that. If you know a certain line or a certain group, you say that under your breath, in your heart, and your intention, and you just repeat that through the whole process. You want to build up that plethora of that energy. So what I do is I just take a little. You don't even need to take a lot of the oil to place on there. And direction matters. If any of you have ever saw any of my rituals that I perform weekly for different clients, you know that I always talk about direction, And one of the directions, when you want something to come towards you, you pull it this way. When you want to give it to someone else, you put it this way. And what we want to do today is, if you had a written request right along with your ancestor money, you will fold that ancestor money towards that way, this direction, because you want to give it to them. It is for them. And then you can put it up because you want to send it up towards spirit. It's going to burn upwards anyway. Fire is a major, major, major element. It is a powerful tool to get your requests going fast and quick. So that's one of the tips that I want to give you, far as you can take some time and bless your ancestor money. You can You can actually, instead of you giving it to them right away, you can take some of your ancestor money and place it up under your pillow to spirit to see how much of your ancestor money they actually want you to actually burn. I told you guys that your spiritual team, your ancestors, gods, goddesses, and all the interdimensional beings always meet in the spirit realm when you go to sleep. That is the best way for you to find your answers. Always have a notebook and write down some of that stuff, because you never know all the wonderful things you can find in there. So what we gonna do now is I'm just gonna burn it just to give you guys an example of how it will look. So once you have folded your ancestor money towards the direction as far as giving it to them, then always remember to say your affirmation and what you want and what the request is. Be clear. Don't get all complicated with the words and worry about the wordings. They speak in multiple languages. I don't care if it's an ancestor from your bloodline. They all speak in multiple languages and will understand all of the things that you are requesting from them.